Hey guys, my name is Erin O'Neill. I live in California, and I'm a vocalist and acoustic guitar player for the Urbana 15 team. I've loved music since I was a kid. I've been singing for a very long time, but I really got into singing in front of people when I was in high school, and I joined the youth group worship team. And then I went to a Christian high school where we got to do chapels and students got to participate in worship leading, so I started then. And then for the last couple years I've been leading at the different churches I've attended and just growing in learning how to be a better leader. And then this year I get to be on the Urbana team, which is awesome, and it's just opened my eyes to a lot of cool worship leading techniques and styles, and just really pushed me to grow more in understanding worship. I think what's been really meaningful has just been seeing the way different students or staff, wherever we've been leading, have entered into new styles and been transformed and shaped by those styles. I had a really cool opportunity to lead a fall conference not too long ago in Oregon, and a girl shared a story with us about how it was the first time she'd ever worshipped with gospel music and how it opened up a whole new connectivity to God that she had never experienced before. And so it's just such a cool thing to be a part of that, to say, you know, I'm dedicated to multi-ethnic worship. That means I'm going to lead some gospel music even though I'm not from a gospel background. But then to see the people being served by that, to see a girl saying, I connected to God in a brand new way through gospel music at a conference, that is such a cool thing for me to be a part of. I think as a musician, when I decided I was going to do music full-time, I kind of struggled figuring out how is that missional, because I used to be on staff with InterVarsity and then I left to pursue music, and that was just a really hard transition. Oh, I'm doing ministry, but now I'm not, but how is music ministry? And I think one of the great things that I learned at the last Urbana too is how do you make wherever you are, you know, your mission field. So for me, being a musician in the music industry, how can I reflect who God is in that industry? How do I be in the industry with integrity? How do I interact with other musicians or producers or songwriters or whatever in a way that represents God well and that invites them to know more about who God is? And then in a worship context, I mean, I think music is just so powerful, and there's something about the space that music creates and the way it connects to us emotionally that can take us to a place of hearing from God and being mobilized by God that I just think is so cool. So I'll be sharing the story of Latino worship at Urbana, and I'm actually half Latina. My mother is from Guatemala, my dad is white from California. And I'm excited to share the story of Latino worship because I think it's a really diverse story, and being somebody that's biracial, I really resonate with that. I think the Latino experience, it's so diverse and varied because you have Caribbean Latino and South American Latino and Mexican Latino, that the whole Latino experience is really diverse. And so I'm excited to just share some songs that are either in Spanish, you know, but don't necessarily have Latin rhythms, or songs with Latin rhythms that aren't necessarily in Spanish, to show, you know, how broad the culture is and the different styles involved. And I'm also excited to help lead people to enter into worship fully with their whole selves. Latino worship, you just go all in. It's very emotional. So whatever you need to do, whatever you need to bring before God, there's no holding back. It's no inhibitions. If you need to cry, if you need to dance, if you need to clap, if you need to yell. I'm just excited to show people hey, whatever you need to do is okay. You don't have to hold anything back from God.